Fair use disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing on copyright laws. Fair use disclaimer. Disclaimer notice. This video is for entertainment purposes only. All information in this video is not based on fact. It is all alleged, based upon my intuition, my opinion, what I believe my tarot cards are telling me. I encourage each and every one of you to do your own research, form your own opinions. After all, I'm just a blonde throwing cards. Good evening, good evening, good evening, everybody. I forgot I was muted there for a few seconds. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you, Simply Smile, for the compliment on my intro. Oh, that intro only took me about 8 hours to put together. Crafty One, Dan, Star, Emily, and thank you, Unspoken, for buying me a coffee. Welcome to the Mystic Tribe. Okay. Okay. Now, got a lot to get into tonight. When I say a lot, I mean an effing lot. It's too early in the video for me to drop the F-bomb, so I gotta kind of improvise a little bit. I have to wait till I'm 10 minutes in so I don't get striked for dropping the F-bomb. Okay. Now, I am not positive that I'm throwing cards tonight. We will see how long it takes for me to get through my many pages of notes here and all the video clips that I have lined up and everything. Thank you, Star. So, hello, Lady Rider. So, if knowing that this is going to take a hot minute, in fact, Daisy's probably going to get a little peed off at me because she's got to stay in the house because I can't go yelling at her during this live and telling her to shut up. Dutton's right here laying right beside me by the table. So, all is good. Sending hugs right back at you, Star. Right back at you. Anyhow, if you feel the need to go and get some popcorn, right now would be a great time to go get your popcorn. Well, I am pouring my wine here. Okay. Yeah. And just like video magic, my wine appears. Okay. Tonight, what am I sporting? Barefoot wine. Let me get it around here. Blueberry. My peach is all gone. So now I opened up the blueberry tonight. Opened up the blueberry. Okay. So, where did my overlay? Oh, I know where my overlay went because I chose another one. There we go. There we got my president back again. So you guys ready for this? We're going down some rabbit holes. The only thing I forgot to do, I forgot to bring my tinfoil hat out. Dang. A little bit too late. Thank you, Emily. Thank you, thank you, thank you. First we had Star. And then we had Emily. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. Okay. Wait. Let me get back to the comments. Okay, there we go. Deanna. Wow. Deanna gifted 5 memberships. Thank you, Deanna, for being so generous. Let's see. Who are my 5? Let's see. Oh, Lady Rider. Crafty One. Lorna, Emily, and Bewitched. Congratulations, you guys got a Buy Me a Coffee membership to my channel. And after my cruise, I have a lot of things planned for members only. So, you may want to check that out. Okay, where am I at? There we go. Now I got it. You know, I've been using StreamYard for a while, and there's still little things I'm still learning about it. Okay. Let's see here. Let's get in. I guess we should just dive in, right? Right, folks? Got my wine. This is going to be a long one. Okay. Now, we're going to start with a little bit of background on the shooter, Crooks. Okay. Thomas Matthew Crooks. Okay. 20 years old, raised in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, went to Bethel Park High School. And this guy, let me tell you, he really, I need to change my layout, sorry. Okay, there we go. There we go. I got a document that I'm actually going to show here. It's one that I put together, a PDF file. And wait till you see this. Just give me a second. I didn't want settings. Duh. I wanted this. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second here while I get my thoughts together. There we go. This is what I wanted. Boom! There we go. Okay. 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 I got it up on my screen. Now I need to get it up on your screen. Okay, I want this. I want screen share. Yep. Window. This one. Okay. Okay, let's see if it pops up. Because I got everything up on my phone. There we go. I don't think I can make it any bigger. Sorry, guys. But here's what we have. Thomas Matthew Crooks was born on September 20th, 2003. He was a cuspy, right? He was right at the tail end of Virgo. So, Virgo, borderline Libra. He was raised in Bethel Park, Pennsylvania. The neighborhood he lived in, described by local politicians as middle class, maybe upper class. Both of his parents worked as licensed professional counselors. Did you see that? You read that correctly. Licensed professional counselors. And you mean to tell me that they had no clue that their son had issues? Did they pay that little attention to him to see the red flags and the warning signs? They're trained to pick up on things. How did they miss the warning signs? Somebody tell me, how did they do that? And recollections about Crooks include information about his life and personality, and vary considerably. So there's a lot of mixed stories about this dude. See that complicated, or to just people have no clue what they're talking about? Okay. Okay. My dog might bark because somebody's pulling over at the neighbors. Anyhow, but you all know I'm a dog mom. He attended Bethel Park High School, where he was known as an above-average student. In 2022, he graduated with high honors and won a $500 STAR Award from the National Math and Science Initiative. This dude was smart, very smart, highly intelligent. You know, he knew how to do calculations. That's why he picked that rooftop. He had a rangefinder. Okay? In his pocket, he had a rangefinder. And he knew he was just a horrible shot. And we'll get into that in a minute. Classmates and school officials characterized him as quiet, with classmates saying he was often bullied for various reasons, including his quiet demeanor, body odor. Oh boy. I guess he lacked hygiene. And for wearing camouflage hunting outfits and surgical masks to school. Basically, he never gave up the mask ever since the vid. You know, Crooks enjoyed playing chess and video games, which we know, as far as we know, unless his social media shit has been totally scrubbed from the internet, there's no Facebook page, there's no Instagram, there's no TikTok. The only thing he had was Discord. And there was something else. I forget what the other thing. Oh, Discord and Steam. Steam, you could chat within Steam. Steam is a major gaming platform where game developers put their games on this platform where they could either be downloaded for free games, or end users can purchase games on the Steam platform. It's an interactive type of gaming system. Okay? Yeah. That was that morning. Yes. On the morning of, and I'm going to get into all that. That's on my list. But prior to that, the weeks and days leading up to this, they never noticed anything strange. When he was in high school, they never noticed anything strange. That's what I'm saying. From what I understand, the red flags were there. I got more to get into, trust me. We haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg yet. Okay? Some student, okay. Games, and he was learning how to program computers. Some students and graduates from Bethel High School alleged that Crooks tried out for the school's rifle team, but he failed the tryouts because of poor aim. The Bethel Park School District said there is no record of Crooks trying out for the team. Interesting. That's sus. If the kid said he tried out, but didn't make it because he was a horrible shot, but the school says they have no record of him trying out, they have to have a record. They have to. I mean, you're talking about a... Am I 10 minutes in? Oh, I don't care if I'm 10 minutes in or not. We're talking about a fucking firearm. A poo-poo. Pew-pew. You know? How could the school district not know he tried out for a rifle team? And what's the high school doing with a rifle team anyhow in this day and age? That's asking for trouble. I mean, I am pro-guns. I'm pro-guns for protection. I own a couple myself. I have a concealed carry permit. I believe in my right to bear arms. But there's a place for it. If you understand. It's like high school kids in a rifle club. I don't get it, because you got to be 18 to purchase a rifle anyhow. So they got to use mommy and daddy's guns in this rifle club. Am I correct? Anyhow, I digress. Let's move on. Okay, Crooks earned an associate's degree in engineering science from the Community College of Allegheny County. Graduated 2 months before the shooting. He was employed as a dietary aide in a local nursing home, which I am going to correct that. This information came up on from Wikipedia. Okay? It's not a full-blown nursing old age home. It is a skilled nursing and rehab center. How do I know that? Because my son and my son's girlfriend worked there. My son and my son's girlfriend worked with this kid. They knew him. Yes. So I feel, from what my son tells me and what she tells me, I have a little bit of an authority on this. Okay? And trust me, The red flags were there, and mommy and daddy didn't pick it up being a licensed counselor. That part I still can't get over. But anyhow, and at the time of the shooting, according to the skilled nursing facility, he had passed a background check and performed his job without concern. He had been accepted into both the University of Pittsburgh and Robert Morris University and planned to attend that later. Planned to attend the latter, meaning he was going to go to Robert Morris University. It's a little bit more of a more prestigious university than the University of Pittsburgh. It's, this is crazy. This dude lived literally 20 miles from me. This Raleigh was an hour and a half away from me. Yep, it is. Small world. My mind's still blown that my son used to say hi to this kid in the hallway. Ugh, scary. You never know. That is just so freaky. Anyhow, he had no known criminal record and no known mental health problems. Crooks had a membership at a local shooting club for at least a year. The U.S. Department of Defense found that he had no history of military service. Then, this was also discovered. What this is a receipt from a donation that he gave, I believe, to the Democratic Party. Authorities have stated his political views are unknown because he's a registered Republican, actually. Okay. And they are not determined. They have not determined whether his assassination attempt was politically motivated. Public records do not indicate his views. No posts by Crooks on social media or writings, including his ideology, have been found. I was trying to find the clip. However, I was unable to find the clip. The clip showed, or somebody saying that Crooks, when he was in high school, there was a group of students that he hung out with, and they talked about a school shooting, doing a school shooting. That's the fact, Jack. And I have not seen really the news reporting on that. But somebody posted, and I was trying to go back and find it. I think it got scrubbed from the internet. Where he put a post up. It wasn't on Discord. It was actually on, it wasn't on Discord. It was on Steam. But back in school, yes, him and some others are planning a school shooting. Now, with that said, on Steam, he put a post up there the night before that said, or not the night before, it was a couple days before the incident. He put up there, July 13th is going to be my debut. Watch how things unfold. Watch how the events unfold. Something to that nature. He was putting clues out there. He had something planned. What was the other thing? Oh, the day of the incident, he called off work. he told his boss at the skilled nursing facility that he had something planned for Saturday, that he wanted to switch. He couldn't make it in, but asked them if they would put him on the schedule for Sunday. So what does that tell you? Well, Dutton's over there laying in the yard. I said, where did he go? He's laying in the sun. What does that tell you? That tells you that he actually believed he was going to take out Trump and make it off that roof and escape. For somebody with high intelligence like he has, does he just lack common sense, or was somebody helping him? We're going to get into that rabbit hole in a few minutes also. Okay. Now, let's keep on going. Okay, on January 20th, 2021, at the age of 17, that's when he donated $15 to the Progressive Turnout Project, a liberal voter turnout group, through the Democratic Party donation platform, Act Blue. His donation was made the same day that President Biden was sworn into office. According to the Progressive Turnout Project, he made the donation in response to an email about tuning in to the inauguration. He was unsubscribed from the group's mailing list in 2022. Crooks had been registered to vote since September of 2021, the month that he turned 18. He registered as a Republican. He had voted only once in the 2022 midterm elections. Prior to the shooting, Crooks had searched for images and public appearances of Trump, President Joe Biden, Attorney General Merrick Garland, FBI Director Christopher A. Ray, and the Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton. He also made internet searches for major depressive disorder. Was he self-diagnosed, or was he officially diagnosed and somebody's hiding that? Because somebody with that kind of disorder should not be around guns. I'm sorry. And the Oxford high school shooting with the authorities. So he was looking up high school shootings. Remember when I said him and a bunch of classmates were planning on a high school shooting? Okay. That was just a repeat of that. Now, as we move forward, leading up to his assassination attempt. Okay. On July 12th, 2024, Crooks went to the shooting range where he was a member, and he went there to practice firing. He purchased over 50 rounds of ammunition and a ladder before going to the rally on July 13th. Getting into some rabbit holes here. Rabbit holes are coming. On July 14th, the FBI identified Crooks as the shooter behind the attempted assassination of Donald Trump the previous day. Okay. I'm going to stop here for a minute. Okay. Let me just, I'll get back to the sharing. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay. Some of the things that they said is when they found things, some of the things that they found day after the shooting, by the way. And how did his parents not know this? They found an explosive device. In his car? Oh, two explosive devices in his car. They had one explosive device at his home and a transmitter to detonate the explosives. That was in his pocket. His car was parked outside of the venue with a big bomb in it. He had plans of blowing that bomb, and you want to talk about a death toll. He was going to wipe out a lot of people with that detonation. Okay. Now, other things that were found. A receipt, they said, for a 5-foot ladder. The math ain't mathing. And this is one of the things I didn't get a chance to get together because of time restraints. And I was at this all afternoon, by the way, setting everything up, all the graphics and everything. But looking at a picture from Home Depot, and he purchased the ladder the day of the shooting, okay? He purchased the ladder. Looking at a 5-foot ladder has 4 steps to it. The ladder going up to the building had a hell of a lot more. You look up a 10-foot ladder, and that's the exact thing that he put up against the building. So where did the feds get a 5-foot ladder? Why would they make something like that up? And a 10-foot, let's go with a 10-foot ladder that he really had. This guy had to have help. He had to. Because he drove a Hyundai Sonata. Okay? How are you fitting a 10-foot ladder in a Hyundai Sonata? You would have to have the trunk open. And him driving up to the venue with this ladder and hanging out the trunk, he should have been noticed. Nobody noticed that? And how did he manage to carry that ladder all the way over to that building undetected, unnoticed? Come on. You're going to notice somebody carrying a 10-foot ladder through a venue. This is why this thing drives me crazy, okay? And then he leaves the ladder there. He leaves the building, and he comes back with a backpack. Now, we're getting into some more rabbit holes here. Kimberly Sharpas, or however you pronounce her last name, the director of the Secret Service, her excuse for not putting anybody on that roof was because it was too slopey. She was worried about safety. But after the shooting, Secret Service were on top of that roof, were they not? So she placed there were three anti-snipers in the building. Okay? One of them spotted Crooks as he sat down, took a picture of Crooks, Okay? And then he saw Crooks return with the backpack. He saw Crooks pull out the rangefinder. And he happened to radio, into the command center and said, hey, we got a suspicious guy out here. This is what he's doing. He's got a rangefinder. Nobody did anything. Nobody confronted Crooks. And we've got a bunch. I got some media clips I want to show you. And then after all of this, in the media, you couldn't find anybody at first calling this an assassination attempt. Not even Biden. Okay, so we're going to just bear with me. We are going to go back to, I'm going to switch some views here. Just a second. Okay, we got it. All right. Now, just bear with me for a second. Okay, I found my clip that I want. Okay. Okay, just a second. One second here. We're going to go to this screen share window. Okay. We should be seeing this here in a second. Okay, here we go. Here's Biden's.
Do you think it was an assassination attempt? I don't know enough to. I have an opinion, but I don't have any facts. So I want to make sure we have all the facts before I make any more comments. Thank you.
Are you worried about with the security?
Do you think it was an assassination attempt? I don't know enough to.
Whoa, guys. Whoa, guys. What do you think about that one? Yeah. First of all, he Stumbling Joe. Kenny, spit it out, Joe. Okay, that's the first thing. Then I've got some other clips I am going to actually play. I want to go back to that. Actually, I want to go back to that PDF file. I'm just going to minimize a bunch of screens. There we go. All right. I want to go back to the PDF file because we're not done with that yet. Okay. So, continuing on. On July 14th, the FBI identified Crooks. Yeah, we did that. Behind the attempted assassination of Donald Trump the previous day. He had climbed the top of the building that was being used by police as a staging area. Crooks shot Trump and injured his upper ear and also injured 3 adult male audience members, killing 50-year-old Corey Corpator. He used an AR-15 style rifle that his father had bought legally. Crooks was killed by a member of the Secret Service counter-assault team after he began firing. Bomb-making materials were found inside his vehicle and his home. Okay, I kind of went over that as July 2024. An investigation by the FBI is underway. I thought I had other stuff here. Okay, what I wanted to get into was about the counselor. I thought I had all that together. My bad. So much information that I wanted to get across. His counselor had made claims, and I don't think I've got those images. I don't think. I might have them on my phone. Let me take a look. Okay. That was the Biden thing. Okay, that was that. Okay. The New York Times reported. Okay. About Jim Knapp. Okay. Now, I knew I forgot something for this, but I've got some screenshots here that I took. Okay. From the New York, or not the New York Times, the Washington Post. Jim Knapp, who worked at Bethel Park High School for 30 years, said he was Crooks' guidance counselor for the last 3 years at the school. He described his former student as quiet, intelligent, cooperative, and well-spoken. Knapp said he noticed Crooks spent a lot of his time with a group of about 5 boys. During Crooks' sophomore year, he would often sit alone in the cafeteria. Knapp said he later learned that Crooks' schedule basically conflicted, was different than his friends. And the counselor described the behavior as a normal high school student throughout his junior and senior years, he said. Crooks ate lunch with his friends and until the schedule changed. And Knapp said he chose to talk publicly about his relationship to Crook because of reports that the young man had been bullied at high school. Allegations that the guidance counselor adamantly denies. I know for a fact he wasn't bullied in school. Now, guidance counselor, I think he's a little bit naive. Maybe how much bullying was actually done was exaggerated. Guaranteed this kid was bullied, but the counselor never heard about it. So it must not have been that severe. If it was that severe, the guidance counselor would have heard about it. Okay. But anyhow, he says, Knapp said, because if he were, I would have known about it. I agree. Knapp also said he is certain that Crooks was never disciplined. As a guidance counselor, he met with his students at least twice per year. Knapp said he met Crooks' parents multiple times and knew the family relatively well because Crooks' oldest sister worked in the guidance counselor's office. Imagine that. And allegations that the guidance counselor admittedly denies. Okay, that was a picture. Okay. Knapp said that he would check in on Crooks and ask if he could join him at the lunch table. In response, Knapp recalled, Crooks would say, "No, I'm okay, Mr. Knapp. I'll just sit here by myself." And then he would return to his phone or his games. Okay, that came from a guidance counselor. I know there's some new people coming in. But I've been on some, and the thing is, there were snipers, anti-snipers, sit on rooftops on other buildings that was steeper than the one that Crooks was on. A little bit sus to me. Okay. Anyhow, this is where we're also going to get into some eyewitnesses, and I've got some other things to show you. Okay. I just need to bring that up on my screen so I could share it with you guys. Okay. Do I even still have this on my computer? I do not know. But okay, wait 1 second here. Okay, let's switch views again. Go here. Okay. So, a couple things we're going to see. Here's a layout of all, and here's the other thing. There were a lot of buildings that the Secret Service or security did not cover. Okay. Here's one of them. Okay. It shows where the stage is and okay, so I think I got the wrong that don't look right either. We'll go back to this. Okay. It shows where the stage is. Oh, no. I was doing different things, sorry. I need to go back to my screen. Shit. Where is it? There it is. Zoom in a little bit. Shows where the stage is. Stage where Trump was. The bleachers. There's a bunch of rooftops, and including this tower, which we're going to get into that too. Law enforcement snipers on roofs here. Security. You know, so they were on some roofs that were a lot steeper than where Crooks was. Okay. So now and then somebody put a video together. And we're going to go ahead and play this. Okay. So let me go back to here. Go back to the sharing. I have to jump between screens constantly. There's got to be an easier way of doing this. But here we go.
Chuck's a couple of months old, and if you want to really see something to say, take a look what happened.
This shows how many seconds, how long, how many shots Crooks got off, and how much time the Secret Service really had to react.
As you can see in the video,
So that was that one. How long? How many? That sniper should have been taken out. Okay, now let me get the next clip. Just one second, I gotta make sure. Okay, I'm gonna get another clip here. I found it. So there's all these eyewitnesses, right? It gets even better, folks, with this last clip. Now we are going to be getting into the next clip I'm going to show you. It's going to involve eyewitnesses. It's going to talk of people talking about where bullets were coming from other directions. Okay? other directions. I'll come up here. Sarah, yes, you're here. You might have to exit and come back in. Anyhow. Yeah, she might have to exit YouTube altogether and go back in it. Okay. So. Oh, okay. I can't turn the clip up any louder. I wish I could. It wasn't the best recording to begin with. It's a case of whenever you record a copy of another copy of another copy, the quality gets worse and worse and worse over time. The sound and the video quality, it's just something I couldn't help, especially with screen recordings. It doesn't record at high quality. But anyhow, that's I digress. Let's go ahead and we're going to get into our final video that I have for you guys.
Sources were telling me.
Okay, just going to make sure it's in the right spot. Okay. Let's go here. Okay. I am trying to look to see if there's any kind of volume indicator here. That's the duration. I'm looking. I am not seeing one for volume. So I do apologize.
Sources were telling me that Secret Service identified the bullets being fired, which came from about 488 yards away. Yards, not feet, yards. Yesterday, another source brought me some great information showing that the Butler Gymnastics Club is precisely that same distance away, about 488 yards away. This is all from a vantage point facing the stage where President Trump was located, the Trump stage, Thomas Crooks roof location, and Butler Gymnastics Club line of sight. We contacted the Butler Gymnastics Club today, waiting for a response from them because right now they're closed for the summer on Saturdays. So even if that part doesn't compute, we now have 3 separate eyewitnesses who have now confirmed moments after the shooting they saw shots being fired from another location, the water tower direction, in the same line of sight as the Butler Gymnastics location that we showed earlier. So multiple now eyewitnesses saying that they saw shooters from another location, bullets fired from the water tower. Watch.
Hit the ground, and he kept standing there. You gotta get down, boy. You gotta get down. They're gonna shoot you because they would have had like a machine gun. They could have taken us all out. So then, we laid there for a while. We saw different places where the gunshots were at, and then they got President Trump down. Secret Service did, and they took him out of there and got him off of the stage. And he was bleeding. And so then my son and daughter-in-law was back behind us, behind the fence. We was worried about them. We couldn't call. And so we started trying to get after them then when they finally let us up. And they had been right by the fence where the other shooter was. There was one I heard in the water tower. There was one by the fence.
One shooter shot to the left. He killed the gentleman in the water tower here. Now, when I called my husband at home, who's watching TV, he said, I thought Trump hurt his ear when he went to the ground. But he said, no, on TV they showed before Trump hit the ground, the ear was bleeding. Because now they feel that there was 2 shooters on both sides. So they got the one on the tower on this side, but the one on the right side they never got. So that's why they wanted us to leave immediately, because they thought there's still a shooter out there somewhere.
And maybe that's why they waited, because
Okay, so that's what was going on there. Let me get back to here. So what are you guys' thoughts on this? Just now, I don't know why that is. Has to be either YouTube or it might have just been the quality of those clips. Absolutely. And I am an hour into this live. I want to give my thoughts. I brought cards out here, but I'm not sure if it's really a good. I'm just not drawn to throwing them right now. I might do a part 2, a non-live one with the cards. But that's just that's the latest things that I've gotten on this and my own personal experience, like what I know about this dude. I kind of wanted to do this as a comprehensive video, what's out there, what's being said as facts. Or alleged facts. It's like there were other stories of SWAT or snipers having crooks in their sights, but they were told not to shoot. One particular Secret Service agent that said he was ordered not to shoot, when he told him, hey, I've got him in my sights, he said not to shoot, and he put that publicly, he got fired. He lost his job. So yes, at least 30 minutes. And you tell him, again, I keep going back to that ladder. How does nobody notice him carrying a 10-foot ladder? He bought it the day of. It's not like he bought it a few days before, went over to the grounds and set it up in an inconspicuous way. The day of, and there's this crowd, and he's carrying a ladder and pulling up to the venue with this 10-foot ladder. Had to be hanging out his car, had to be hanging out his truck, because a Sonata is not very big. I agree. And I'm not buying the fact that people are saying that it was staged. Trump's ear says something else. And that firefighter, they're doing funeral arrangements. It was not a staged thing. They're very, very real. Absolutely. I agree. I think it was an inside job too. I think Crooks was a patsy. If there were two shooters, Crooks went down, and somebody got away with it. Was it Crooks' bullet that hit Trump, or was it from the water tower? Or the direction of the water tower? Let me make that correction. It's not saying that it was absolutely definitely the water tower, but it was one of them buildings out in that direction. Could have been the water tower. And he went in, and then he left the venue. Well, the first thing he did, actually, and it was on film, he actually went over to the building and was evaluating things first before he even brought the ladder in. He was looking over the roof, looking up at it. Then appears the ladder. Then he comes with the backpack, and he sits down in the bleachers, and he pulls out the rangefinder. He gets up on the roof. Spectators in the audience are saying, hey, there's a guy up on the roof, and to law enforcement, and they're totally ignored. The director of the Secret Service, they're putting the blame on her, and I have to agree. I think she's in over her eyeballs. If she doesn't have criminal charges coming against her, I bet there's going to be civil charges at the bare minimum. Yeah. But I just wanted to go through this story. Give some things to think about. See what you guys thought. Play some clips. Kind of like I said, an all-encompassing video of what we know so far. I mean, he was so obvious. It was just so obvious. Thank you, Deanna. I tell you what, I think he was just about as stealth as somebody with a big giant mole on the side of their face would be. Quite obvious. But I'm tired now, guys. I put a lot of work into this. As you can see, the Trump graphics. Didn't get to use my frames too well because they didn't work out that well. But oh well, I used them a little bit. And the background and everything, and scripting it, and doing my bullet points, doing my research, trying to get all my information from different sources and put it all together into something comprehensive to understand. Because when you start hearing things from here, from here, from here, from here, and they're colliding stories, and you're like, well, what's what? That was the whole purpose of this, of why I wanted to do this, to try to make it make sense. And that which did not make sense, to raise the questions, hey, Houston, we have a problem here. Yeah, and I thank you for all your supports. I thank you, everybody, for all your super chats and being here. It really means a lot to me. On your way out, hit that thumbs up button if you would. That's a big help too. And I'm going to wait to pull cards on this. Because again, I need to have my energy up there to do that. And right now it's low. Dutton! You're not going to catch a bird. Dutton, come here. Get over here. Yeah, he went to try to catch a bird. And then aroused the neighbor's dog. Dutton, get over here. Sit. Good boy. There he is. There he is. A bird chaser. Okay. Well, you all have a great night. Ew. An ad. Okay, so thank you. You all have a wonderful night. I think I need to take this guy in. Love you all. And I'll see you next time.